As many of you know, we have been currently trying and testing our new Sveaverken hydraulic steering valve. I just wanted to show you the difference before we get started. The difference in the two, we're in the F100, and this is a steering motor based steering kit. So you've got on the steering wheel here, you've got this motor here. They've just released some new kit, guys, with a slightly different steering wheel on there, different monitors. You can have a big monitor now, so make sure you look for that if you're looking for the steering wheel motor one. This is for any tractor that doesn't have a steer ready module on board, so you can put this on any tractor at all, and the steering motor will steer the wheels down, you know, in straight lines down the field, and it does a really lovely job. And with their latest software update on there, I found it to be really good. Anyway, we've been working on, I just wanted to show you that's the steering one. We actually have 3 of these kits now. This one here is a non-steer ready tractor. That means it hasn't got a steering module on board. It's just an orbital that steers the wheels. This one's got a steering valve. It had a Massey Ferguson. Let's climb on board because it'll be a bit noisy out here. This one did have a Massey Ferguson equipped dome on, and it did all work before we started swapping over to the Sveaverken monitor here. So this one is called the F100H, basically the hydraulic version. So you can see we've got a standard Massey Ferguson steering wheel that steers the wheel as per normal. We've got a Sveaverken dome on top. This one is all installed, ready to go. I will show you and talk to you about where the wires go and everything in just a little bit. But there's some important stuff we need to know with this kit, especially with the steering motor kit in that tractor. You can pretty much, there's not much you need to know. You put the motor on the wheel, you fit the, comes with a load of steering bosses that connect the steering wheel to the motor. It's got a bracket that sits under here and steers the wheel that way, and it works very nice. It works really well actually. This one's slightly different. So the first thing we had to do, we needed to get access to the orbital to have a look at the steering valve that was fitted on this tractor. And you will have to do this before you buy the kit, because they will tell you whether it will be compatible with the steering kit itself. Anyway, we pulled the bonnet forward. There was a little flap behind the bonnet there. We removed that. We exposed the hydraulic steering valve. I'll show you some pictures of this so you can see. Obviously everything's back together now. The guys at Sveaverken, the tech guys, were like, brilliant, yeah, we can make that work. That steering valve works with our kit, no problem. The rest from there was actually relatively simple. Put the tractor all back together, and the guys there said we can actually connect via CAN bus. Now you're going to say, like I said, what's CAN bus? This is all new to me and us at the farm. You know, we're not steering experts or anything like that. CAN bus is like a little network of systems that all talk to each other through the tractor. So basically you can tag on the end of the CAN bus and steer the steering valve using all the tractor's own wiring. So what we do is we connect the terminal that connects down to it's actually covered up at the moment, but under this panel here is a connection that runs to this monitor. 2 wires, a green wire and a yellow wire. And Sveaverken actually had a nice little harness that connected into the tractor's port for that, and that was super easy. Only takes a second. This one couldn't be more simple to install. It's why I haven't done an installation video, because it's your screen and your ram mount there. If you've got a steer ready tractor, your steer ready tractor should have an angle sensor already there. So it uses all of the tractor's own equipment. The only thing you have to change is the dome. So we've got a Sveaverken dome up top, I'll show you. We've actually hidden the wires. The wires go up under the cab and they come down here, and then they come out here, all nicely hidden away. So it all looks pretty you'll have to agree, you know, you've only got your screen there and some a little bit of wiring there. If we had a look to the back of the screen, you'll notice there's only there's one wire that goes to the roof, and then one main wiring harness that connects the power and the tractor to the screen. So really simple, it couldn't get more simple to connect together. There's another plug there, and it's for all the accessories you can get. So like a wired camera, you can get another, you can put your angle sensor on there, you can get a Sveaverken angle sensor that can go on your wheel if you want to. They've got loads of different new accessories that come with the screens now, or little add-ons you can buy, like a lift sensor. You know, if you're lifting your drill out of the ground, it'll stop marking on the screen, and they just connect into those accessory wiring harness. So we just basically want steering on this one, so we don't need the extra harness. So we've actually unplugged it, and it's in the box, and if we need it another day we can put it in, no problem. Setup with these is more crucial than installation. Installation is really easy. I mean, even the basic person can drill a few holes, mount the dome, bring the wires down. You can make it as simple or as quick as you want. If you want to just drag the wires down through the window, you can do that. If you want to, if you've got a couple of steer ready tractors and you want to swap it between tractors, it's actually really simple. The power can come from a simple D plug, which fits in the side here. And when we were testing, that's how we had it plugged in, because it's nice and easy. You just plug it in, unplug it. But now we've plugged it in a bit more permanent. We've got a connection straight to the battery. So this main harness turns on here, goes down through the floor onto the battery terminal, and this kit will never get, well, I say it'll never get removed. It won't get removed very often. So we'll just turn everything on. Everything works exactly the same as the standard Massey kit. The only holes we had to drill were the mounting holes for the dome, 4 extra holes. There was already a mounting plate up there for the Massey dome, so we only had to drill a few holes up there. We've mounted it to the same bracket up there, and we've taken our Massey dome off. And another day, if we're going to sell a tractor, it's really simple. Just literally put the dome back on, take this kit off, and away down the road it'll go back to factory status. Really simple, really like that actually. It works exactly the same way as the old kit. You have to turn on the valve on the steering column there. The system's going to connect, but the setup is more important than anything else. So when you first install it and you've got power to your monitor and you've put your password in, it'll ask you for an account. So you've got to set a Sveaverken account up, and then it brings you into the main screen. Then you want to get onto the tech team. You want to get the software updated first of all. That's the first thing you want to do. And because we're running through CAN bus, you have to be on the advanced mode. So you have to go in through the settings. They will give you a code, and you want to do this before you plug your tractor into the harness. Because what happened with us is I hadn't put it on the advanced mode, so I didn't see the setting for the CAN bus steering, and then it threw a code up on the tractor. That worried me a little bit, and it was because we hadn't put it onto the advanced mode. So you put it onto the advanced mode, you have to then go to your vehicle library, and this is the most important stuff. So you got to add a new tractor on there, and basically what you want to do is you're telling the computer all about the different dimensions of your tractor, the wheel track, the width, the height of the dome. So, and this all tells you how to set it up. But the most important option on here, and it takes you through all this, you set your first tractor up and you go to steering control type, and it will give you, if you're not on the right software, it will not show you steer ready CAN. It will show you this hydraulic steering wheel, and that is for a different application altogether. That's if you're putting your own valve in a tractor, that's the option you would choose. If you're on an electric steering wheel like that tractor over there, you would choose that one. And then for CAN bus ready, you steer, you hit the middle button, and that then took away our code on the tractor then, and then everything worked very nice then. So do that first. Obviously you've got some different types of controllers for different brands, so make sure you choose the right one. If it's not the right one, it simply won't work. Our one is the Maffei MFPV PVEDCL for our vehicle. Then we go into our parameters, and then you want to fill all this in as accurately as you can, because the more accurate you do it, the better the kit works. If you put your parameters in incorrect, it will show up on the field. So if you've got an implement on the back and you haven't properly put all the parameters in and where it is in relation to the hard, you know, the fixing point of the tractor and the working point, it won't mark right on the screen, and you'll think, oh, that's not marking right, and it's because your parameters are wrong, you haven't marked them out properly. So make sure all these different options here are correct. And then once you've done that, hit save, and then you're ready to go. Then you should plug your controller in. Now this is going to vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, so you always want to send them the picture of the valve that's on the tractor before you get started, before you buy one. They'll put you on to the tech team. Yeah, show them what steering valve you're dealing with. They'll tell you whether it's compatible, and then they'll show you how to connect the tractor to the steering. I'll show you on here somewhere. There is it's that little plug there, number 2. That number 2, that plug comes from the screen, and it goes down by our seat here on a Massey. It goes down here. There's a little circular plug, and it literally clips in there. I'll show you a picture. I've got some pictures of when we got it all connected. That's where it gets plugged into on a Massey. On a Case it might be different, on a Class it might be different, New Holland it might be different. The other thing you need to do before you buy one of these kits as well is, I didn't know this at the time, but you want to check with the manufacturer that it will allow it. Some tractors, some especially newer tractors like the 7S and the 8S, I believe they have to be unlocked to allow third-party steering kits to be used with the tractor. So bear that in mind. Once you've gone through all that, the cost of the unlock code can vary dramatically between tractor brands, so make sure you do your research before you buy it, because it might shock you when they come out to unlock your tractor how much it'll cost. So have a look at that. Definitely have a look at that before you get started. So there's a few things to worry. There's a few things to check before you get started. Check your steering valve. Check with the manufacturer that there's no unlock codes. For this tractor being a little bit older, it's a 2017 Massey Ferguson 7718. There was no unlock codes, and I rang Massey Ferguson and Gary there. He was really helpful and he was very helpful actually, giving me a few ideas on how it all works and stuff like that. I think we are connected. Yeah, I don't know what that took, 8 to 10 minutes to connect. That's the free signal, you don't have to pay for the signal. That's called PPP, precision point positioning. It's more than good enough. We've been out drilling with it for the last year now, and I can't fault it. Once it connects, you want to just give it 5 to 10 minutes for it to lock onto you. The first 5 to 10 minutes, it can wander a little bit, not very far, not as far as S-Pass, but after a 10-minute period after it's connected, it is super rock steady and it will go all day. And I couldn't fault it anyway when I was using it. If you want to go RTK, you can. There's different companies out there provide you with RTK. It's just a SIM card, plugs into the side of the screen, into this one here. The RTK guys will show you how that's set up, and that will give you same wheel track every time, accuracy, and it's very good. We've got it on this tractor here. I think it's still connected, that one. And it works beautiful. That is a brilliant thing. I haven't actually done any field work with it. We're hoping that in the next couple of weeks we will have the hay machines back and we'll start getting on with some field work and some silage and hay making, so we'll get to use this thing properly. But it does all work. I will show you. You've got different settings for how fast the steering steers. And let's just I'll just show you that it works. And basically, yeah, you get to keep your old, you know, you don't have to change any, there's no changes to your steering wheel, it's all done through the tractor. You got to make sure that the steering valve's on. We will just draw a little curved line. I'll just show you this working before we head out. There will be some field operations with it all working as well. We're just basically drawing a line for the tractor to follow at the moment, and then we'll have the tractor follow the line. Obviously you'll be out in the field doing this, but at the moment there's no field work, so right. Anyway, so now we literally simply hit steer, and the steering valve's now taking place. It should steer us back along the path that we just come, in reverse obviously. But you get the idea. The steering wheel isn't moving, you know, that's the difference in the two systems. So yeah, this one is, I'm really excited to get it out in the field and have a proper go with it down the field and see what it does. The only reason we changed it for this this add-on kit, it just never seemed to be very accurate, so that's why we put it onto this tractor. So there we go. Anyway, you can see it all working. We'll just go forward and have it drive forward, and you can set the steering to be as aggressive or as you know, how fast the steering all steers, so it doesn't throw you about in the cab. We'll just follow it forward. Anyway, it was really simple to install once you got your head around the software. But doing your first checks, checking with the guys at Sveaverken that everything's going to be compatible. That's the crucial point here. That's the bit you want to be doing before you buy the kit. Like that, look. There we go. Back into the yard. Anyway, you get the idea. It steers itself, and there's a tiny plug in there that connects to the tractor to the screen. The dome comes down and comes out of the side of the cab here, and then there's a power harness that goes to the battery. If you don't want a proper harness to the battery, you can run it off a D plug in your cab, and that is super easy as well. But anyway, I'm excited to get it in the field and see what it can do. We're heading down to meet the well, hopefully I've got TV test slap bang in the middle of the cereal show, so I am hoping to get down to the cereal show and have a chat with Sveaverken lot. They've got new equipment available now. The one in the tractor behind us, that's an F100. The new kit is called F200. So if you're in the market for one, do your research, have a look, see which system is going to benefit you. You turn it off there. If we run down the road past 30k, the tractor will turn the steering valve off on its own anyway, and it works literally exactly the same as the original equipment does, but this is basically doing the controlling of the steering. So yeah, really excited to use this now. Farmer did a really nice job threading the wires through. We had all these panels off, we had the roof panel down just to thread the dome wires through the roof, so there's it's all pretty tidy in here. That's our main tractor screen. This controls some of the functions of the hydraulics. The steering used to be off this screen, and it doesn't affect that screen at all. It all works literally as it did from the factory. It's yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm impressed with it. Anyway, there we go. We had plans to install our own tractor valve on a non-steer ready tractor like that, and time got away from us, and that is what this screen was intentionally for, but the one on this tractor was starting to play up a little bit, so it just fitted in really nice that we put it on here. And in the future we're hoping to change one of our other tractors over to a steering valve. It's a non-steer ready tractor that we're going to put a steer ready valve on and see how that goes. That's another project for another day. We will connect this to our farm management system. That means we can go out in the field, create a line, press upload on this one, and then whoever's following in the next tractor can press upload on their tractor, and they've got the line. And same in the other tractor as well. We've got 3 of these now. I prefer this one with the steering wheel, with its own steering wheel. I like those kits. I think they work really well, but nothing beats the old, you know, the manufacturer's stuff. So there we go. I hope that's not too confusing for everyone. It's going to vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, and probably different tractors altogether, so bigger tractors. The tech team at Sveaverken are really good. They'll point you in the right direction. They'll keep talking to you and getting you connected. It's all up and running anyway, ready for field work, and we'll be out in the field with it soon. Can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be good. There we go. That's the F100H working on a steer ready tractor, good as gold, no problem, and we'll see what it can do. Cheers.